Welcome to another edition of Adventures of an Old Seadog. A wet episode this time. Wet in a good way. I'm actually out on a boat, in a river, having some fun. I take some time out to look around this incredible catamaran. Then I welcome some old friends into the marina. On rainy mornings in the marina, it was kind of customary for some of the guys to sit round in the tent and discuss world affairs. I was more interested in just chatting away to my friend Fatty the cat.
Well, there's smoke coming out of it now. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Meanwhile, don't try this at home. My quest to make some cheese toasties by laying the toaster on its side.
Yes, it works. Look at that. Oh, no, man. No, this is so bad. I tell you what, I say again, don't try this at home, because if you do and you get killed or you set your kitchen on fire, don't blame me. Don't sue me, okay? This is a very stupid thing to do, but I so want some cheesy toast. I'd kill for it right now. Whoa! Cup of coffee, and after the third attempt, a perfect toasted cheese.
What I love about marinas is the community. This to me is like a road. I live along this road here. The pontoon and my friends all live on various boats down the way. Been visiting this morning, but time to come home, get some work done. This is the new toilet. And why a new toilet? Well, the cost difference between spares for the old one and buying a new toilet was negligible. So why not just have a new toilet? It saves a lot of work and effort. It's beginning to look nice, also a chance for a big clean-up.
This is your typical New Zealand backyard. Yeah, look, boats everywhere. Boats. There's
another big one out the other side.
Have you got the one out the other side?
Yeah. Decent outboard, that's for real.
There's the boys chillaxing on the weekend, look. Somebody else has done the laundry though.
Thank these guys for inviting me over to the house for a few hours. Got a nice cup of tea and some cookies, and then they gifted me this canoe. Thank you so much for that.
Disarray again in the cabin. It's all to do with this. This is the charging system that's going to be installed for the forward battery for the anchor windlass. But in order to do that, I've got to run some of that cable and this cable through the entire length of the boat, which means removing bits of boat. Unfortunately, that broke.
The cable run's going to go through here behind the panel, through the cupboards on the side there to the back of the boat. But I've got to drill a hole up there to bring the cable through from this side. So it's all just running cables through here is a major upset. They've then got to go into the forward cabin through some of these, and if I can shine the light down there to that down there.
And this is typical. I've got the instructions down there. I've got a phone to go on the internet when I don't understand the instructions to watch a YouTube video on how to do it. And I've got the ever-present hammer and saw and a chisel to bash the hell out of something when it doesn't work. Including things like religion for dummies. I was trying to bone up on the world religions. I thought I might educate myself, but all right. Oh, and the toilet roll. You always got to have toilet roll on the boat. Lots of it. I don't know why. You just have to.
A few hours later, I've got some of the cable in. Think I've said before that electricity is not my strongest point. This is scary. So I drilled a few holes in the boat. That always makes me feel better. As long as they're not below the waterline, that is. Then it was on outside, the sun was shining. Thought I'd do some work on the sail. The foresail needed to come off. Got a few repairs to do. People ask me if I need help when I'm doing jobs like this. Normally turn them down. Since I got the boat, I learnt to do everything on it that needs to get done by myself, because most times there's no one there to help me.
You can see here the sail is in what they call a foil. And I have to release that down and out of there. So the whole thing's got to come down.
I was expecting to have to take the sail to the sailmaker for some repair and maintenance, but thankfully she wasn't too bad, so got out the needle and thread and started working. It was a beautiful day just to sit on the deck sewing, talk to my friend Fatty the cat, and get the job done. Then it was off to the supermarket. I had loan of a car. Provisioning a boat can be a real pain, especially when you don't have transportation. Getting heavy stuff like this, like cans of food, to a boat can be problematic. But thankfully today I got the loan of a car. Later on we took the car, Johanna and Timo and myself, down to see their boat. Over the last few months the guys have been doing a complete refurb. And as we approached the boat I could see what a beautiful job they'd done. While they were getting put back in the water, I went off to have a look at this. An incredible project, a catamaran being converted from a pleasure boat, or a ferry I believe, into what will be a floating home. It was an enormous project.
That's a nice piece of living space, isn't it? That's just like awesome.
It's not claustrophobic.
No, you could have discos in here. In fact, you should get a mirror ball up there, I think.
No, it's not.
That's a super, I mean a galley, that's the nicest galley I've seen on a boat.
It's a kitchen, it's not a galley.
He was probably right. More like a house than a boat. Or even the Starship Enterprise has that for a helm station. You got your captain's chair, and if you get tired, a bed. Oh yeah, baby.
I wish I had that many panels. I couldn't fit that on my boat though.
And then it was back to the marina to wait for the guys to turn up. And a little historical event. Beautiful day. And Shaddy's about to have a friend drop in. And there they are. Woo! Looking good! It'll be the first time that these two boats have been together for quite a long time. Panama was the last time. They're doing it the difficult way. Arse in first.
Nice to be on the water.
Yeah. Welcome back.
This is great.
Welcome back to the real world.
Oh, you've got the name on?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It had been a long time since these two old friends, Iris and the Shadmeister, had been together on the same dock. Now, many years later, and on the other side of the Pacific, they were together again. Guess they had a lot to catch up on, so we left them to it. Today I'm on a mission. I was contacted by a couple, Don and Janet, who watch the channel. They have a boat called Barking Mad, and they invited me out for the day.
So a not so intrepid boat.
It looks good to me. It's
This is
floating.
Baby Shadow.
Baby
One
Shadow.
that doesn't go offshore.
Out and about with friends today on their boat, and we're going for a little trip up the river. So I'm going to try not to fall in. It's a lot smaller than my boat, moves about a bit. This should be fun. It's early and I've got my sunglasses on. What could possibly go wrong? Best thing about a cold day out at sea or in a river as we are is breakfast cooked by the galley
Usually
slave.
by the galley slave, the captain. But sorry, I'm below today.
There's nothing like a cold passage at sea, meeting up with a warm dog. Hello, you're a warm dog, aren't you? Yes, you are. This is Ned.
You are the size of a yard to put any paint on. Come on, it's after the wall.
Smile. Full of cold, and I'm going to go outside in the cold with my cold and try and put a mainsail up for the first time, the brand new mainsail, and we'll see how that goes. I was going to put new fittings on it, but can't get them for some reason. Thought you could get everything in New Zealand, but apparently you can't.
I'm sure if I really tried, I probably could find them, but decided to reuse the old sliders. A little bit of washing up liquid and a bit of scrubbing, and they came up as good as new. Then it was just a case of taking them out and putting them physically onto the sail. They go all the way up and then attaching the main halyard to it. And then it was inserting them into the slide on the mast, and up she went. The story on this sail is I bought it partially made from Australia. It doesn't quite fit the boat, a little bit short, but I think it'll be fine. Just got out of bed and everybody wants a piece of the old Seadog this morning. Golly, I was doing internet stuff last night until quite late. A lot of it wasn't working. I was just looking at other people's videos to see what they're up to, really. Checking out friends and things. And then before I knew it, it was 1 o'clock. But this morning, I really need to get moving. Somebody wants to borrow my dinghy, and somebody else is going to fill my air tanks for me, which is brilliant. The mission this morning is to help Uncle Jim over here, who's having a hard time with the gods of mischief and mayhem on his boat. So I'll lend him the dinghy, but first got to take the tanks over there for filling. New Zealand are very, very strict on compressed air tanks. They have to have a New Zealand test on them. An international tested tank won't be filled here in New Zealand, so you have to get somebody else to do it. Sometimes I get to do the little jobs. The ones that are at the bottom of the list hardly ever get done. But sometimes I just have a day where I think, well, I'll try some of those instead. Put that on. And then another big problem I've got is this seat here. This is navigation station seat. And when the boat heels over, that happens. It slides off. And it's a pain in the arse. So what to be done? Then I realised that if I put a little ledge here, like a little fiddle rail, that would stop the cushion coming off every time I'm heeled over. So I've got a piece of wood like this and turn it into this. Nice. Now, being a Brit, I like my spicy food. And that meant ignoring the bad weather and going out to find an Indian shop. I did find one and some yumminess therein, so that mission was accomplished. Then I found this place, a store selling used good quality second-hand tools. As far as I was concerned, this was utopia, and it was brimming with extreme awesomeness. I just wanted to get down and dirty with every tool in the shop. This place is an engineer, mechanics, carpenter's dream. Everything's here. And then it was from rain to wind. Windy! And with that, I had to face the idea that it was a good time to finish up a job I didn't like doing, the toilet. So there it is, the nice shiny new toilet area. The only thing that's missing, of course, is the toilet. Thing with everything on a boat is space is a premium. Getting the toilet in here, getting the old one out, I couldn't keep it level. Like this one, it has to go in on its side. One thing about Shaddy is that her doors are all narrow, super narrow. I don't know why, they just are. Right. Oh, look at that, like a glove. Brilliant. I did shoot a lot more video about doing the pipe work, but I think enough is enough. Safe to say that the new toilet's in and another job done. There it is, all shiny and wonderful. Okay, that's enough of toilets. Had quite a few people ask me to show the area that I'm in. This is Whangarei, a nice little walk around in the sunshine. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't done, please subscribe. It really helps me. And press the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss another episode.